Master Yin Guang Menqing's reply to the Dharma question of 1, 2, 3, and 4, Part 2. Master, you mentioned that once we understand 1, 2, 3, and 4, we would, all at once, be liberated from birth and death and certify the fruition of the Buddha yet to achieve perfection, wouldn't we? Yes. Sorry, I'm too silly to understand the profound meanings within. You are not silly, nor is the meaning profound. As soon as you give it a turn, the result is right there. What does it mean? A man's heart is so mysterious that it is apt to be differentiated. One will be confused by seeking outward and enlightened by looking inward. Once enlightened, he will find it in his nature. When seeking it, he will be at a loss. It sounds more mysterious and complicated for me to understand. Now, let's deduce from the perfect teaching and certify with intrinsic nature. 1 stands for the true mind, the truth of the universe. 2 is spirit, the conscious mind. 3 means substances and various changing forms, and they both are called form. While 4 refers to enlightenment. The enlightened phase once the truth is understood. What to be enlightened? The true mind is emptiness, 1, which cannot be quantified. There aren't any Dhamma characteristics of arising, being, changing, and ceasing. Both the conscious mind, true, and form, 3, are the phases of birth and death, with endless rebirth and changes. Since 3, the object, is transformed by 2, the subject, the false mind, how can we take 2 and 3, consciousness and form, to be true? Since 2 and 3, 2 dhammas of consciousness and form, the objects, are manifested by 1, true mind, the subject. How can 2 and 3, 5 skandhas including form, consciousness, etc., not be true? Namely, the nature of form and the nature of consciousness is true emptiness. The nature of emptiness is true form and true consciousness. The true existence is not real. Hence, wonderful existence comes into being, while true emptiness is not empty. We name it the nature of emptiness. Once you have understood that all appearances are the nature of emptiness and wonderful existence, you will certify the body of the Dhammakaya in the moment. what else can you be if not the Buddha? The Lotus Sutra says, you know you will attain Buddhahood. The rhetorical question in the Shurangama Sutra is, why do you have doubts about your own true nature, and come to me seeking verification, thinking your nature is not true? Furthermore, let us take the Buddha's golden words to verify. After the extinction of the thus come one, should there be one who hears but a single verse or a single sentence of the wonderful Dhamma Lotus Flower Sutra, or who has even one thought of rejoicing in it, I bestow upon him as well a prediction of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. The Lotus Sutra, Masters of the Dhamma. Chapter 10. 1 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 stands for the one thought of the true mind, implied by the hollow part of a lotus root. 2 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 refers to false thought, or the conscious mind, implied by the side holes of a lotus root. 3 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 is Dhamma, or form, implied by the flesh of a lotus root. 4 in 1, 2, 3, and 4 indicates enlightenment or characteristics of enlightenment, meaning the lotus flower blooms while the lotus seeds appear. Let us make further inferences figuratively and dialectically from the perspective of the worldly law. Take a balloon leaf as an example. The weight of an object is quantified, while the volume of the balloon is variable, attaching to the form 3, or his consciousness 2. A man at a loss has a mind as tiny as a small balloon. When enlightened slightly, the man is able to, by returning from 3, for 2 to realize 1. Myriad forms are attributed to one nature. With great enlightenment, he realized that it was 1 that has turned into 2 and manifested 3. Namely, one nature pervades all forms. His mind, therefore, is such a huge variable as a great balloon. To carry a limited amount of karma with the mind of infinite variables is what we call rebirth with karma. If you want to know more about the comparison between 1, 2, 3, and 4 and other Buddhism sects, please wait for our subsequent discussion.